Has it been a while since you took time to make some art? Do you think you don't have enough time? Or there are too many more important things to do? One great thing about Better with Art creative self-care prompts is that they can be done even if you only have a few minutes. Most are designed so that if you have to get up and walk away, you can come back and pick up right where you left off. In fact, that's what I did during the filming of this video. You'll notice my shirt changes. You don't need a lot of time to practice creative self-care. And as far as more important things, making art is great for our mental health. And our mental health is pretty important. So let's make some art.
Welcome to Better with Art. This week I'm using Amazon Basics Fine Tip Permanent Markers. I know I recommended them before, but I'm not always thrilled with all of the colors. They do work well and don't dry out too fast. I'll also share others I like even better in the description. Colored pencils or pens or even crayons. In fact, I think crayons would be pretty fun for this. Will work. Choose a few colors you find pleasing together. I have 8. Then start making circles. This week it's all circles. Relaxing, therapeutic circles. Choose one of your colors and start by making some in a little group. Varying your size works best. The larger your circles, the less time you will have to make them, though. So keep that in mind. If you are new, I'm Melinda, and I'm here to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and practice creative self-care with weekly small art prompts that can be done in an art journal or on paper if you don't have one. If you don't have one, I recommend finding a folder to keep your Better with Art in, because one of the benefits of art journaling is the privacy to experiment and express ourselves without fear of what others think. If you are looking for an art journal ideal for my simple form of art journaling and its varied materials, you can find my top recommendations in the description. When you're happy with your first cluster of circles, move on to another color and just keep making circles, however you see fit, however makes you happy, however calms your mind, however you can get lost in to find flow and make all the noise stop. The noise from outside and the noise from within. Don't worry if your circles are wonky. Mine always are. We are not machines, and wonky circles have character. With each color, I also filled in some circles both within that color and in the others. There are no particular rules. There is no perfect, but there is perfectly imperfect. Just make clusters of colored circles. And of course, that isn't technically a rule either. You can make them all one color or make them black. As I mentioned, making circles is therapeutic, though my hand did cramp up a bit. I'm not sure why making circles is so therapeutic. Maybe part of it is because, like the type of neurographic art we make in Better with Art, there are no sharp corners or edges. They also seem more complete. I would love to hear if you find making circles as therapeutic as I do. You can comment below. Curious, kind, or at least constructive comments are always appreciated. You can also find the link in the description to receive an invitation to the Better with Art online community private Facebook group. Circles are often a symbol of connection, and that's the focus of this week's journaling. Take a moment to reflect on the circles in your life, your communities, your relationships, or even the patterns of thoughts and actions that build you up. As the circles in this week's art interact with and complement each other visually, our connections do in life. Fostering and celebrating connection can bring purpose and healing. Write about a meaningful connection you have with a person, a group, or a place, and how it brings color to your life. Speaking of color, you may have noticed the t-shirt I was wearing in the intro. It's one of my designs with a particularly colorful piece of my artwork, which was actually a Better with Art collage project from 2 weeks in May. I'll link to those videos below. This t-shirt and others, as well as a couple of hoodies and my absolute favorite art pants, are available in my fourth wall shop that should be linked below this video. There is a special deal on this particular t-shirt. Thank you for joining me for Better with Art. I appreciate the opportunity to remind you that taking time to make art is not a waste of time, and to encourage you to practice creative self-care. As this week's materials demonstrate, you don't need to spend a lot of money to reclaim your creativity, and you don't need a lot of time to practice creative self-care. If you found value in this video and are feeling inspired to make your own art, give me a thumbs up. As requested earlier, let me know how circle making makes you feel, or art making in general, or how you are practicing creative self-care. Don't forget to take some time to consider the circles in your life and the color they bring. Another option is to consider a connection you would like to nurture or restore, and how you might start that process. I'll be back next Sunday with another Better with Art creative self-care prompt, and I hope to finally get a new studio video up this week. I am making some new creative inspiration products I am really excited to be able to share with you, as well as share the process of creating them. If you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to do that, and take some time to make art, because we are better with art.